All right, so lesson 6.4, we have trapezoids, we have isosceles, trapezoids, and kites. So a trapezoid is a quadrilateral with exactly one pair of parallel sides. The non-parallel sides are called the legs of the trapezoid. So a couple of examples. And then isosceles trapezoid, we still have our one pair of parallel sides, but then the opposite, or the non-parallel sides are congruent, which means that the base angles are also congruent. Diagonals are congruent. And there's your list of properties. All right, so there's a proof. Base angles are congruent, so this is also 73. Opposites are supplementary, so 180 minus 115 is 65. Again, base angles are congruent, so angle P is 40. These are supplementary, so they add up to 180. 180 minus 55 is 125. All right, so they are not base angles, so they add up to 180. What is 180 minus 74? We get 106. Opposites are supplementary. 180 minus 93 is 87. Base angles are congruent, so S is 55. All right, so EC is 15, so that we know FD is 15 because diagonals are congruent. So if FD is 7, then GE is also 7 because diagonals are congruent. If WY is 21, then XZ is also 21 because diagonals are congruent. We have mid-segment. So the mid-segment is a line segment that connects the midpoints of the non-parallel sides. So splits these two sides in half. It is the average of the lengths of the bases. So half the top plus the bottom. And there's your formula. So if we take the top plus the bottom, so 23 plus 57 gives us 80. Divide that by 2, and that gives us 40. That gives us the mid-segment. Remember, it's the average, so top plus bottom divided by 2. Top plus bottom, you get 24. Divided by 2, you get 12. So 22 plus 14. That's 33. 22 plus 14. And then we're going to divide by 2. So we get 18. Nine and 11. So we'll replace this. 9 and 11. And we get 10. Top plus bottom divided by 2. Top plus bottom, we got 22 and 28. Divided by 2 is 25. So now to find a missing base, you're going to take the one that we have, the mid-segment, multiply by 2, and then subtract the other base. Okay, so given this, we'll substitute in what we know. So we know the mid-segment is 22. One of the bases is 13. So how do you get rid of something that's divided? You would multiply it to the other side. 44 minus 13 gives you 31. Okay, so there's another example. All right, so now we have 26 is our mid-segment. Multiply by 2, and then we'll subtract 32. and that'll give us 20. All right, for this one, 12 is our mid segment, so we'll put that number here. And 7 is the other base, so we'll subtract that, and we get 17. That's 18. And then we have kites. So a kite is a quadrilateral with two distinct sets of adjacent congruent sides. So we've got these. You've got your vertex angles are here and here. Your non-vertex angles are here and here. Your non-vertex angles are congruent. This line down the middle cuts these two your vertex angles in half. And then the diagonals of a kite are perpendicular. All right, there is a proof for you. Find the missing angles. There are 360 degrees in a kite. All right, here we go. So we're going to start with X. These are your non-vertex angles. Those are equal. So this is going to be 114. And then we know that there's 360 degrees in a kite. So we're going to subtract the other ones that we know. So minus 88. And that'll give us 44 for the missing angle. All right, so we know these two are equal. So we'll start by subtracting these two from 180. So we have 180 minus 92 minus 60, or sorry, 360 minus 92 minus 60. And that gives us 208. So that 208 has to be split evenly between the missing two non-vertex angles. That's 104. And 104. All right, so there's a couple other kite problems. And let's look at this one. So measure of the missing angles in the kite, given that ADCB with measure of angle BAD is 46. So that's this angle up here. So find the measure of angle BCA. So I know BAD is 46. So I'm going to take 360. I'll do this one. Minus 46 minus, we have 114 and 114. And that gives us 86. So we are finding the measure of BCA, so which is half of 86. So 86 divided by 2 gives us 43. Here we have BKC is 110. We know that this one is also 110. And ACK is 66. So we're going to start with 360 minus 110 minus 110 minus 66. We have 74. And it's asking you to find the measure of angle KBC, which is half of 74, giving us 37. All right, naming figures. There's another video classifying figures. So we have a trapezoid, and we have two congruent sides. So this is an isosceles trapezoid. Here we have two pairs of congruent sides, making that a kite. And then just one pair of parallel sides, which makes this a trapezoid. And that's it.